The nation's leftist progressives have long sought to undermine American values that are expressed in our Declaration of Independence and the United States Constitution, along with its Bill of Rights. The leftist progressives, they have a hate for America. However, they have the support of many Democrats and Republicans who do not have a hate for America, but they nonetheless go along with the leftist agenda of destroying some of the basic principles of the United States Constitution, mainly limited government. Leftists have had some of their greatest success in undermining American values on college campuses. They've been supported by derelict administrators, professors, and boards of trustees. For example, let's look at some of it. Students at the University of Virginia desecrated the statue of Thomas Jefferson. Keep in mind that Thomas Jefferson is the founder of the University of Virginia. Students at the University of Missouri, they want to get rid of the Thomas Jefferson statue altogether. Why? Because he was a slave owner. And matter of fact, they're calling for the removal of statues and street names of many slave owners, which would include George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and many others who were instrumental in the founding of this country. What goes unappreciated is just why the American leftist movement attacks the founders of this country. And the reason why they're attempting to delegitimize the founders of our country is that so that they can have a basis for delegitimizing what the founders wrote, namely the United States Constitution along with the Bill of Rights. If they can argue that the founders were racist, then their documents would be come under scrutiny as well. The average parent, taxpayer, and donor has absolutely no idea of the bizarre lessons that are being taught our young people at many of the nation's colleges. For example, Adam Costco of Schreiner College teaches, and I'm quoting him, "Whether or not your individual ancestors owned slaves, you as a white person have benefited from slavery and are complicit in it." There's Dr. Mike Johnson, a research assistant and graduate student instructor at the University of Florida's Department of Sociology and Criminology. He teaches that the American notion of patriotism is, as he says, quote, "drenched in whiteness," close quote, and that patriotism implies that black people are un-American. Now, these attacks on American values have even reached one of our most prestigious institutions, namely the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. The administration at West Point knew of Second Lieutenant Spencer Rapon's disqualifying insubordination at the campus. And proof has surfaced that the West Point leadership, as early as 2015, knew that Rapone was an avowed communist and held Marxist anti-American beliefs. One of his Facebook posts said, "F this country and its false freedom." Even worse than that, what's going on at West Point is the decline in the values of honesty, hard work, and discipline. I think that there's a cure for all of this, and that is the American people need to stop being sheeple and put a halt to the undermining of Americans' values.